is related to chemical reactor. So in chemical reactor, the first question is explain the ISA diagram of optimization control of chemical reactor. Okay. So they asked you to explain the ISA diagram of optimization control of chemical reactor. Means we all know what is the need of optimization in chemical reactor. Normally, process control point of view, optimization is used to eliminate the saturation. In several point we can expect saturation. For example, 100% opening open valve or 100% closed valve is a saturation condition. So 100% opening means the process is demanding either for example corresponding to 100% valve opening. If the flow rate is 1000 gallons per hour, then what is the meaning? The control valve is 100% open or the control output is 100% means the system is demanding more than or greater than or equal to 1000 gallons per hour liquid. It is not 1000 gallons per hour, either 1000 gallons per hour or more than 1000 gallons per hour, and the system is not capable to provide that much liquid because the maximum opening of valve is 100% and corresponding to that opening the flow rate achievable is 1000 gallons per hour, but the system is demanding more than that. So it is known as an unstable situation. Unstable with respect to process control point of view. It's an unstable situation, not control engineering point of view. Process control point of view, the presence of saturation, non-linearity is a unstable situation. Okay. So in order to avoid that unstable situation, we are using optimization. Okay. And how we are drawing this diagram? What is a so here please note the question is you are asked to draw the ISA diagram of optimization control of chemical reactor. So the type of chemical reactor is not mentioned here, whether it is an exothermic reaction or endothermic reaction, that is not mentioned. So you can take an assumption. Either you can assume that the given reactor is a exothermic or endothermic. Okay, that is your choice. You can select any one. We have a chemical reactor. So this one is the symbol of chemical reactor, right? Okay, so this one is the symbol of chemical reactor. Okay, so now what is our assumption? The chemical reactor is an exothermic reaction, exothermic chemical reactor. So we are using a coolant. So here we have coolant. Here we have coolant. So this is coolant. Okay. And we are using coolant to maintain the temperature. Normally this one is a hot tank, so in order to reduce this temperature we are using coolant. So definitely we need a controller. Definitely we need a controller. Okay, and this liquid is given to this heat transfer shell, and here we have return. So this is return. Okay, so here we have a valve. The first question is what type of valve you have to use. You can give an answer. What type of valve you have to use? Normally open or normally closed? Normally open valve. Definitely, because this one is a exothermic reaction. So if there any failure, then this valve is fully open. So we can avoid the large heating condition here. If the control signal is filled or if the valve is filled. Okay, so normally open valve we have to use. Okay, that is correct. Okay, so now please note, I told you the type of chemical reactor is not mentioned. The characteristics of chemical reactor is not mentioned. So if the characteristics are not mentioned, means we can assume a simple condition. We can assume a simple condition means there is no temperature gradient problem. The dynamics of chemical reactor is not changing with respect to the step size of flow. These assumptions we can make here. Okay, so there is no temperature gradient. There is no change in dynamics. So we can take a simple temperature control here, because the type of chemical reactor is not mentioned here. Okay, so we are using a basic control strategy. So here the temperature is measured. So this is Tt. Okay, now by using this TT, this is temperature transmitter. We have TRC. Okay, we have TRC. So this is either electrical or pneumatic. If it is electrical, either we have to use dotted line or three slashes. Okay. Now here we have actuator, diaphragm actuator. Okay. Then this is the electrical signal. Okay. So this is a simple control strategy. You are asked to explain the optimization used in chemical reactor using a ISA diagram. Okay, so the type of controller, the type of this controller is not important. Type of controller means whether it is a forward acting controller or reverse acting controller. There is no need to explain about the type of controller. That is not important. If you want, you can do, because this one is a normally open word. Normally open means if there is no control signal, this is open. If the control signal is 100%, this is closed. Am I correct? If this control signal is 100%, this is closed, and if this control signal is 0%, this is open. Now please note, if the temperature is very large, we have to open this controller. If the temperature is very large, in order to decrease the temperature, we have to open the controller. So for large temperature, we have to decrease the control output. So control output P, that is control output, that one is decreased. For large temperature, the control output is decreased so that the control valve is open. Up arrow means open, control valve is open. So for small control output, for large temperature, control output is small, control valve is open. One more thing is the large temperature means what about error? Error is negative, that is small. Error is negative. So for negative error, we have to give small control output and we have to open the controller. So you can see that this control output is proportional to error. For explanatory purpose, we can say control output is the direction of control output and error are same, almost same. Right? Means we are using a forward acting controller with respect to error. We are using a forward acting controller with respect to error because the direction of control output and error are same. For positive error, the error is positive if you have small temperature. If temperature is less than the set point, then error is positive. So we have to give large control output so that the valve is closed. The normally open valve is closed. So you can see that the direction of control output is proportional to error. So we are using the forward acting control, not reverse acting, forward acting. So this is FA with respect to error. But please note, in Liptak textbook, the forward acting or reverse acting are with respect to measurement. So textbook point of view, this is reverse acting because it is with respect to measurement. Please note that. So you have to say reverse acting with respect to measurement. So you can see that this is measurement and this is control output and both have opposite direction. Means with respect to measurement, control output or controller is a reverse acting controller. Is it okay? Okay, so now we have the saturation. Especially if you are using this chemical reactor for polymerization of something, the operation of temperature very close to that 90% opening condition maybe. It is depending upon the type of chemical reactor. So especially if it is polymerization, such situation is normally the required valve opening is something around 80 to 90%. If it is very close to 80 to 90%, then with respect to the variation of temperature, if we are trying to open the control valve from the normal opening valve, what will happen? We can expect 100% valve. We can expect 100% valve. But in normal situation, if the measurement is exactly equal to the set point, then the valve opening the valve opening is exactly equal to 90%. If you are using proportional controller, then the valve opening is exactly equal to 90% if the measurement is exactly equal to the set point. Okay, so what will happen if the measurement is greater than the set point? Then in order to decrease the temperature, we have to open the valve from 90%. Already the valve is 90% open. So from that valve, we have to provide further opening. Further opening means now the valve opening is close to 100% or maybe equal to 100%. If it is equal to 100%, means the temperature decrease required, the heat removal required is very large, and this valve opening, 100% valve opening is not sufficient. So at that point, what we have to do? We have to change some another condition. What are the other conditions? Actually, this exothermic reaction, this reaction rate is depending upon the feed rate. If we have very small amount of feed, definitely reaction rate will decrease. The amount of reaction will decrease if you are feeding very small amount of feed. So here we have feed. So in a chemical reactor, we can expect more than or equal to 2 feeds. So here we are assuming 2 feed. This is 1 feed A. This is second feed. This is second feed. Okay. Now we have to maintain the flow rate of one feed by using the flow rate of another one. So here we are trying to follow feed A. We are following feed A. So feed B is following feed A means the feed A flow rate is measured. Feed A flow rate is measured. So this is feed A flow rate. Okay. Now here feed B flow rate is measured. This is FT. Okay. Now by using this FT, here we have a FC flow control, FRC or FC with respect to the requirement. If you want to record the value, if it is continuously changing, and if you want to analyze the continuous variation, then we need a recorder also. Otherwise, we need simply feed control, flow control. If we need a recorder, definitely here we need a straight line, horizontal line also. TRC. Here we are using a recorder. So either strip chart recorder or something. That one is kept inside the center control. So we need the normally accessible position, right? But if it is FC, normally this one is a field device, and its set point is changing with respect to this FT. So here, this one is given to an Fy, which is used to change the set point of this FC using this FT. The flow rate of feed A is measured, and by using that flow rate, Fy is changing the flow rate of second one, the set point of flow controller of second feed. So this set point is changed. So this is set point. You have to mark it as set point. And this is a control signal. So you have to use 3 lines because this one is electric line. This is also electric line. Now what we are changing? We are changing the flow rate of this one using this FC. So here we have a controller. Okay. Here we have a controller, and that controller is actuated by using this FC. So again, this one is an electric. So this one is a feed control. Now what we are doing in order to avoid this saturation, you can see that normally if there is no saturation, this feed flow rate controller is sufficient. There is no need to change the flow rate of feed. That one is a free variable. Flow rate of feed A is a free variable, and we are changing the flow rate of feed B with respect to the flow rate of feed. This is sufficient under normal situation. But if you have a saturation problem in temperature control, then in order to avoid that saturation, I told you we have saturation means the feed rate is very large, and feed rate is very large means, reaction rate is very large means the feed rate is very large. So in order to reduce this saturation, we have to reduce the reaction rate. In order to reduce the reaction rate, we have to reduce the feed flow rate. The feed flow rate of A, that we have to reduce. So what we are doing? We are taking this control output to another controller. It is known as optimization. So this one is very important. So we have to indicate that value in center control room. So OIC. So this one is a center control room device. So a horizontal line is required. Now this OIC output is given to a FC, where FC is used to change the flow rate of feed A. It is used to change the flow rate of feed A. So I told you the OIC, this TRC output is given to OIC. This one is an on-off controller. Either it will open the valve or it will close the, means it will give high signal or low signal. Not open or close, it will give high or low signal with respect to this TRC output. That one is given to FC. Okay. So please note this signal is acting as a set point of FC. So what is the measurement? This FT output. The current feed A flow rate is the measurement. So this one is the measurement. And this OIC output is acting as the set point of FC. Means if this one is within the normal region, if the this control valve opening is within the normal range, then this OIC is giving a small signal. Sorry, large signal. This one is giving a large signal. Okay, so this set point is large. If it have a saturation effect, if it is 100% open, if it have 100% open, then this control output is small, 0%. Then this one is also 0%. Then this OIC will give small control output. This one will give a small control output. So what will happen? If it is small, this set point is also decreased. Means this FC will try to reduce the flow rate of this feeder. So this one is the operation of optimization. So please note, if you are asked to explain about the optimization of chemical reactor, you have to explain this one. This optimization part you have to explain. There is no need to draw a return line here. There is no need to draw a recirculation pump here. There is no need to draw the cascade controller. That is not required because that is not asked. You are asked to explain the optimization. Okay. So please note, with respect to the question, you have to draw an ISA diagram. If you are asked to draw an ISA diagram for a chemical reactor controller, where the chemical reactor dynamics are changing with respect to the coolant set point or the heat transfer medium set point, then you have to recirculate this. If you are recirculating this return, then here we require a pump. Why? We are recirculating a low pressure fluid to this side. So in order to pump this coolant to this shell, we require a high pressure, a pressurizing device. What is a pressurizing device? This is liquid. So the pressurizing device is pump. Okay, but for this question, this is not required because that one is not mentioned. The dynamics of the chemical reactor is not mentioned.